Stop to United Auto Sales. It's never hard to find a vehicle here. The lot is always loaded with cars, trucks, SUVs. Just take a look. I'll bet we have it, and if we don't, we'll buy it for you. United Auto Sales on Commercial Drive in Yorkville, where it's always easy to do business.
Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? How you doing? You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, and we are live on Facebook. And then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to turn it into a podcast, and then you can listen to it whenever the hell you want on all the podcast platforms, Stitcher, Spotify, Google, all those freaking platforms. You know what I'm talking about. You guys have been following me for a while. That you should know what the hell I'm talking about. Shout out to the sponsors, United Auto Sales, 4994 Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Check out their website. It's unitedusedcars.com. See why it's easy to do business with United. Shout out to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his staff. 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. They can pretty much move anything that you need them to move, and they'll bring it wherever you want too. Also, for some of you snowbirds out there, you want to bring your car to Florida, Arizona, Vegas, wherever the hell you snowbird at, they'll do that for you. They'll drive your car to wherever it needs to go. So check them out, 315-335-0516. Shout out to Joey's at 307. That's 307 Mohawk Street. If you want a good meal this week, give them a call today at 315-864-3527. They're now serving lunch, and they're serving alcohol, so you can go and have yourself a nice elixir, having lunch, and then go back to work. It's that easy, that simple. Shout out to the Grabski family for believing in Disruption Network. Big ups to Billy the Liquor Guy. He's got a book out there called Under Too Long. It's a great book. Check it out on Amazon or wherever you get your books. You can also get it locally. If you're in the Utica area, go to Barnes & Noble, and you can look at it underneath the local interest section. So shout out to Billy the Liquor Guy. Thank you to Utica Coffee for always keeping me jacked up on their highly caffeinated coffee. I love it over there. Thank you to Frank and Heather. Shout out to Saranac Brewery for always keeping me hydrated. Thank you to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. Give him a call today if you need legal advice. Tell him Uncle Z sent you, 315-735-6162. I think my guest could use some legal advice today, and we'll get into that in just a second. And another thing that my guest could really use today, and that's Ball Wash. Ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Dr. X, I really think that you should get yourself some nut rub.
Yeah, I definitely need some.
Yes, you did, because when you walked in here, the stench just increased in the studio big time. I got to light some incense or something.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm unwashed.
You are very unwashed, but get yourself some sack spray, some nut rub, Ball Wash, and take care of that groin area.
I am jacked up on Utica coffee, though, hardcore.
That's good.
And Utica Club.
Utica Club and Utica Coffee.
Right, I drink them simultaneously.
Together?
Yes.
Does that mess your stomach up?
Absolutely. That's part of the reason why it smells so bad.
What's up, bud? Good to see you. You brought in a guest today, too. You got a new partner in crime. YC Rocks is in the house with you. Welcome to the show.
Magwan, everybody.
What's going on, guys?
Not much.
You got a new album out, I see.
I do. Yeah.
It's with Nicole Brown Simpson on the cover.
That's right. That's the hard copy. The digital version on Spotify does not have her face unblurred. So if you want the real version, you got to get the hard copy.
They blurred her face out on Spotify?
I blurred it before publishing it, just in case, you know.
Copyright infringements or
right, yeah,
trademark.
Respect the dead and all that.
Respected the family.
On the digital world, but not in reality.
I can't believe the word respect came out of your mouth. Who are you, and what have you done with Dr. X?
Dr. X has went through some changes, that's for sure. For one, I can see while I'm wearing my mask now.
Okay.
That's what the goggles are all about, their prescription.
Okay.
I'm blind as fuck.
Uh-huh.
I'm now going solo.
Solo. This is it.
Solo dolo.
No more Flesh Roy Leak.
At this time, there is no active Flesh Roy Leak shows or albums being worked on.
Okay.
Right. But I do have a show March 4th.
My
If I
birthday.
could, is that your birthday?
Happy
Yeah, believe
birthday.
it or not.
I don't know exactly what this lineup is, but I was told, and I have a script here, to not forget to let people know that I have an upcoming gig Friday, March 4th, 7 to 9 o'clock. It's at this great new music venue that just opened up in Verona, located at intersection Route 46 and 31. It's called the State Bridges Collective. It used to be a bar and restaurant called the Durham Inn.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
My buddy, The Dons, a.k.a. The Builder, and Liz Fiddle, I don't know if you know who that is. She's a local musician / fiddler for hire. They just finished renovating the place. They got a beautiful stage set up. It's really fancy. Once again, that's Friday, March 4th, 7 to 9. Doors open at 6:30. Thanks for letting me plug that.
A new music venue.
Yes.
It's needed around here.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no one, and then especially doing what you do, because you're on an independent thought. You're an independent artist. You're not out there doing any kind of covers or any of that stuff. What you do and what we should let everybody know, you're more of a hardcore rapper.
Mostly a hardcore rapper, yes.
Yeah, or grindcore, or horrorcore, or you know, porncore. There's too many fucking corns.
Yeah, it's a shtick core, you know.
Shtickcore.
You know, I got the Guar shirt on. They're one of my favorites.
Yep.
I take plays from their book of plays and ICPs and, you know, all the great ones out there.
Yeah. When's the last time you've been to the Gathering of the Juggalos?
2017 or 18. It's been a few years. Definitely did a lot of drugs there.
Yeah. Would it be your dream to perform at the Gathering of the Juggalos?
It would be very cool to open or to play there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like that's your ultimate goal right there.
My target
go.
demographic.
That is your target
Fan
demographic.
base is already there.
It's already there waiting for you.
Yep.
So you're just there. You go to the Juggalos. Do you promote yourself at all over there, or are you just there to see music and do drugs?
I got a lot of Juggalo artists. There's other Juggalo rappers in other cities that we do tracks together, and shitty Juggalo rappers are a dime a dozen. So we all connect to each other. We're there's like a network, you know. And if we get too many of us in the same place at the same time, it's actually technically a gang, according to the FBI.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Do they actually commit crimes though, other than you?
I commit all sorts of crimes.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your favorite crime?
Public masturbation.
There you go. We got 091 checking in over on YouTube, and he's greetings from Germany. It's 9 p.m. over there, so you got some German fans in the house.
Some homies. Not even fans, but collaborators.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice. 091.
He produced the beat on the first track on the album.
Gotcha. And my mom's checking in, too. Say hi to my mom.
Hi, Z's mom. Thanks
So
for
you two have collaborated. What's going on? Can we find out why YC on this one, too? Or?
Actually, we don't have any songs together that haven't been recorded in like the last 10 years, so we need to get on that.
Yeah. What kind of stuff you doing, bro?
Me, I'm pretty much alternative. I do everything.
Yeah?
Yep.
Do you play instruments?
I can't say I play instruments, but I write my own music. I ghostwrite for different artists. I don't know, a combination of different things, pretty much. Do a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of dubstep, pop,
stoner vibes, peace, love, and hippie stuff.
I love it, man.
Very different from what not horrorcore.
That's complete opposite.
Yeah,
spectrum.
complete opposite. Different worlds.
Somehow we're like yin and yang here.
Where do you record your stuff? Where'd you record this at?
In New York Mills, on Greenman Ave.
It's like somebody's house.
Yep. And
shout out to Bob Cardillo, by the way.
B-side.
B-side?
Yep, he recorded all of that, mixed it.
I always liked his flow. He's always had that hardcore growl. When you heard him rap, it just came out like he's an angry son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the first studio I've ever recorded at, honestly.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he looks out for both of us. That's kind of how we know each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And do we expect something in the future between you two?
Oh, yeah. We got stuff in the works now coming.
Cool.
Yep.
Are you performing live at all?
Not right now. I've have in the past. I had a show out in Bangor, Maine. That was pretty cool. And I got to open up at the Westcott Theater a couple years back.
Oh yeah, who'd you play with there?
My boy Mini Blaze. We opened up for Stitches. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I'm not.
Florida rapper.
I put that brick in your face.
So
That
it's
guy.
right up your alley.
Yeah. He makes. He actually collabed with ICP.
Yeah.
As funny as it is, I saw him at the gathering. He threw cocaine off the stage, but it was bags of powder.
It always goes back to drugs with you, huh?
One track mind.
It'd probably be a lot easier to ask you the drugs you haven't done.
Yeah. You know, I got that. My mind is focused on what's important.
What's this award you brought in? You got a whole award going on over here.
Well, you know, I got my music published on Spotify, iTunes, D0CT0RX, Dr. X, with the zeros. I published my music, and I went...
You went silver?
I went, not silver, this is styrofoam.
Oh, what's
yes,
styrofoam?
Yes, styrofoam. 420 plays.
420 plays.
Yes.
The perfect amount.
But yes, this is the recognition from my record label, 55 Strong, which is me and B-Side and our other buddy Jeremy.
Very cool. Now, you do have a CD over here. Do you feel it's necessary to print CDs? And if you do, how many are you printing off?
I got CDs for the occasion that I might do a show or that I see somebody that, I know, for selling some people want them, I think it's important to have the hard copies, I have vinyls as well. And it's basically just to have something that represents, this is the collection of songs that I made in September and October last year. You know what I mean? And you can get all the singles online or whatever, but if you want to listen to what I was doing at that time, here it is. It's got its own little artwork. It's got
Nothing like having a hard copy,
liner notes, and plastic is good. We need more plastic in the ocean.
From what I hear, though, CDs are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Is that true?
I've heard that as well, that they're starting to... Sales are increasing.
Is that what it is?
Yep. And I know people love buying vinyl as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel vinyl is it has been making a huge comeback in the last couple of years. It's really popular with the hipsters. But CDs, it was a dying fad. Like, does anybody have a CD player anymore?
I think if you come out with an album, you got to come out with it in every format that you can. If I had an ability to make cassettes, I would.
Agreed.
Because some people might want one of everything. And
Gotcha.
some people might want that one thing.
Yeah. And plus, this makes a great beer coaster.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And, if you break it, you can do some self-harm.
Yeah.
Or if you're breaking up your bud, there you go.
Yeah. It's perfect for breaking up bud.
You don't have to buy a tray now.
Right.
No, but you're right, too. At a show, people want something tangible they can walk out of the show with.
Right.
And then,
sometimes, you want to sign them. Mm-hmm. I've had people buy them online, and I'll open them and sign them, write a little personal note to them. Yep.
Do you have a signature, go-to signing thing that you use? Like, I don't know, like Dr. X and a personal greeting? Like, what's your go-to personal greeting?
I try to if I'm gonna send something to somebody and I know them in any sort of way or know something about them, I try to make it as personal as possible.
Yeah.
But generally, if I'm just gonna write something general, I'll write smoke, crack, worship Satan.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
What, it's CSWS?
SCWS.
SCWS, yes.
Yes,
Thank
yep.
you for the hat. I still rock it, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Is that still a
I don't
thing?
even have one of those.
No?
That's how I publish. That's the record label that I use to publish Flesroy League stuff.
Gotcha.
And so recently, a lot of our old stuff has been re-released because it wasn't available on major online retailers. Now it is. Mm-hmm. Now it's more convenient. So.
How are you promoting your music? How do you get it out there to the masses? Especially, before we got on air, you were telling me you get X amount of dollars per 10,000 streams on iTunes. How do you get it out there so you do reach that mark?
Right now, mainly just Instagram and word of mouth and my record label puts on for me a little bit. My manager, he sets up interviews and stuff like that. This was me setting up my own thing with you because I know you, but just working hard, trying to get on shows. That's another reason why I wanted to come on here. If you're a local Utica metal guy, rapper guy, whatever, I want to do a show with you. Let's make shit happen.
We're now in a live setting. What are you doing with a DJ? Or are you doing background tracks? Or
right now it's just me, man, for a live show. But
do you have background tracks?
I play. It's the beat, but
Yeah.
I don't like rapping over my own vocals.
Gotcha.
So it'll just be like maybe the vocals will be low in the chorus and whatever. But I'm really out there yelling and screaming and swearing. And
Yeah.
making
Are you
shit
still
happen.
bringing out your antics live too, with the kendo stick and smashing light bulbs over your head? The guy eats glass on stage. He swallows it, and regurgitates it. He throws up on people.
I still play my instrument
Yeah.
here. As you can see, my shirt's all ripped, and
Yeah.
it's I still play my instrument.
There you go.
That's the staple gun.
The staple gun.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you know you could do that? Like, what possessed you one day to be like, oh, I'm gonna staple guns to
That's
my
what I
skin?
want to know.
The video game for PlayStation 2, Backyard Wrestling,
Yeah.
Classic.
came with a DVD of some really extreme wrestling, and Madman Pondo was doing the staple gun stunt, and I was like, oh man, I could do that. I know. It just seemed like the thing for me to do, and I've been doing it for years.
I feel like you love it though.
Oh man,
Does it bring
great.
you a rush?
It's great. It's like I don't know. It's fun. It's the shock,
Yeah.
especially when you do it in your head and you're bleeding all over, and
Yeah.
there's a crowd of people, and they all got their phone out, and they're like, "Yo, I've never seen anything like this before."
It's true.
And I'm like, this is another Wednesday for me.
I mean, last time I saw you, people are lining up to staple dollar bills to you, and I'm like, it's interesting for sure. But then he walks home with like all these dollar bills at the end of the gig. But
So it's a
granted,
come
they're
up.
all full of blood.
There you go.
But it's his own blood.
Yeah, I
Blood
feel
money.
weird when I feel weird when I spend them. I'm at the gas station and I know what's on it, and the cashier doesn't, and I'm like, "Here's my AIDS."
Yeah. Here, there's some hepatitis on this bill. Yeah.
I'm good. I got my health checkup here. Got my tetanus shot too.
Are you constantly writing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you too.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm writing some stuff for a beat that Anthony Malice from
Tribal
Tribal
Law.
Law and Pygmy has put together. So we're working on a little project together. I'm not sure how much of that I can divulge,
Okay.
but you should expect a collab in the future. If you like Tribal Law, you're gonna totally maybe like this. I don't know.
Well, that's the one thing that's good about you too, dude. You can play with pretty much not any genre, but anything like a metal band or any kind of rapper. You fit right into a lot of that stuff. You could just throw you in, put you in for like an hour set, and you'll fit.
I got it. I got an hour set, or at least a good 45 minutes.
Yeah.
With a lot of shtick.
Yeah, with a lot of shtick.
That's right.
And whacking each other over the head with chairs.
Yep.
Like it's straight WWE. Did you ever think about being? I know you tried some backyard wrestling back in the day, but was your calling in life to be in the WWE at one point?
I always liked wrestling, but I've never been fanatical about it. But I did try out. I did go to a wrestling tryout thing, and I quit. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
They beat the fuck out of me. And
Yeah.
They were like, "This is wrestling," and I was like, "Well, it's not for me. I'll just stick to bleeding. It's much easier."
So what was it like? Just like a wrestling school or something? Or?
Yeah, and it was when like a guy who's 6 foot something, 300 pounds is gonna now he's gonna slap you in the chest as hard as he possibly can. And I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah, they don't hold back.
no, thank you.
I mean, a lot
Fuck
a lot of it is pre-scripted.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's
It does-
times
no,
where they
it's-
really beat the shit out of each other.
It's real, and if you want to be part of it, you have to be in good physical condition.
Yep.
And me, I could die at any moment. Yep.
And you got to have thick skin too.
You gotta be.
Seriously, you got to be like equipped mentally and physically to be a pro wrestler.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah. Were they just flipping you around and throwing you around a little bit?
Yeah, well, you gotta. The first step of being trained to be a wrestler is like learning how to take a bump, basically,
Yep.
and throwing yourself back onto the mat, and that was hard enough. You know what I mean? Once it got a little bit more serious, I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I decided, and there's always the instructor was like, well, there's always one of those. You know, there's always one guy who gives up. I happen to be that guy.
My calling in life, I wanted to be a heel manager, like a Bobby the Brain Heenan or something.
Right.
I always wanted to do that.
Right.
Just be an antagonist.
Yeah.
But you got even being a manager, you'd still have to take bumps.
Yep. That's the kind of like what I'm looking for right now is, with my shtick here is I need like the sleazy, greasy manager. Like
It's me, bro. That's me. I'll have a whole stable.
You know,
full of greasy,
he
sleazy
counts
wrestlers.
the money and he's like, you know, 1 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me.
Perfect. I am currently the champ, you know.
The champ of what now?
The Wrestle Fandom belt right here, bro.
Very cool.
I'm currently the champ on
Dope.
Wrestle Fandom Radio. I've been holding it for exactly 3 weeks now.
That's a nice
Three-time champ, too, by the way. So I had to let them know Wrestle Fandom was just on around noon today, and I had to let them know that I still am the champ. And I let them know because I'm the greatest champ in Wrestle Fandom history
Okay.
and a 3-time champ.
Three
Has
times.
there ever been a champ before that's taken a staple from the staple gun?
No.
Are you ready?
This is a 24/7 belt, dude. This is a 24/7 belt. So if you want a shot at the title, bring it.
Okay.
Bring it.
All right.
You and Nicole Brown Simpson.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother episode. Whole nother episode with Dr. X.
Yeah.
So, YC Rocks, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Where are you from? You from the area?
Yep, born and raised right here in Utica, New York.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much a stoner, peaceful dude. I got a bunch of stuff out there. You know, you can find my stuff on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube.
Stoner Kids. That's
Stoner Kids is the name of the brand. I actually got a clothing line I'm working on now. Just a lot in the works right now, you know, just trying to take my time.
Who are some of the local artists you support?
There's a bunch of them. Wiz the Boss Don, he's a good dude. My main man, Mini Blaze, I rap with, he's cool. There's a bunch of them. Who else?
I gotta check these guys out.
Trying to
These
think.
are all new artists that I've never heard of. So
Mini Blaze, he's been around. He
Has
used
he?
to rap with Ty the Tyrant.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ty the
Shout
Tyrant.
out to Ty.
He's out in
Killing
Cali
it right
killing
now.
his shit. Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him, man. He's
Fucking
been on the
making
show
moves.
before he moved.
Yeah.
Great. Kid's amazing. Like, amazing. And not only that, but freestyle, like off the top of his head, and his delivery and his flow.
Dude's a genius.
He really is a genius, man. And he could do big things.
Absolutely.
And he's doing it.
He
so
is.
that's what's up. Big ups, Ty.
He's got videos out. He's got singles dropping.
Yeah. And he was on some big programs, too. He's been on some big like podcasts and radio shows, and people are really taking notice of what he's doing. It's good to see, man. Local kid doing great things out there in the world.
Facts.
Yeah.
He's another one who used to go to B-Side Studio to record way back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and that's how I actually know him as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Ty, great person, too. He's just a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's just got it going on. He's another one. I love his flow.
Yeah.
And he's just like, so it's like, how does he rap so fast? You know? What's your style of rap?
That's a good question.
Is it more laid back, or are you just aggressive with it? Or
No, I'm more of a laid back, like, it's lyrics with a little bit of, I don't know.
I would say it's got like a rap sublime feel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
There you go.
Oh, cool.
That's the best way.
Is it conscious? Make you think, or is it more about a party? Or
No, it's more conscious. Like, I like to be subliminal in some of my stuff. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
you rapping about social stuff going on, or politics, or you just kind of keep it
Everything, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like whatever you're feeling that day.
Yup. Maybe I'm feeling the Heartbreak Kid stuff, and then, you know, I'm talking about the government and, you know, the corruption.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
A lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you rapping it in Proctor when you were at school?
Yeah, I've been rapping for years now.
Have you?
I'm 30. I've been rapping since I've been like 15, believe it or not.
Wow, cool.
Yep.
Definitely after this show, I'm going to check it out. And they can find it under YC Rocks on Spotify and Apple and
You
Google.
can find it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Social media, Instagram.
I got a couple videos on YouTube as well, too. Not many. I'm working on it, but you can find some videos on there.
Perfect.
We're trying to figure out a way to blend his mellow, laid back, like real life, chill style with my over the top, piss in your face,
Insanity.
insanity.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work out. We have to do it right.
That could be another genre, insanity rap. You could bust it out.
Yeah, like a bipolar rap.
Bipolar.
Like he'll just be rapping about sunshine and rainbows, and I'll just come in and I'll be like, death.
What's on this album? Talk about some of the content that we could find on this new album.
All right, so the first song is called Darkness. That was produced by my German buddy, 091,
Yeah.
I believe is what he's calling himself, and that's the German code for somebody that's crazy or something, kind of like a police code or whatever, for somebody going crazy or whatnot. I'm not quite sure. He used to go by the name Daresh, but we've gone back a long time. He's been a fan of me and my various projects, and now he's produced a beat for me. And then, so the first verse on Darkness is me, and then there's a rapper from Brazil who raps in Portuguese, and he's only 20 years old. He plays guitar, he raps in Portuguese, he raps in English, he produces beats. So these are all my homies. I'm trying to build this international team of people.
Smart.
And so the first track is, you got me rapping in English, then you got the guy rapping in Portuguese, and then you got a guy rapping in German to close it out. So the first track is very different from the rest of the album, and it's also the most emo kind of track. And then we go right into I Think I Know, which was produced by B-Side, and that's more along the lines of the stuff that people have already heard from me, kind of talking about hell and my path to get there, you know what I mean, and mortality, and thinking about things in your head that you know that certain things, and you think certain things, and the things that you know them in your heart, and you have to hear it. And then we have On Off, which is a song about when I put my mask on, when I take my mask off, who am I? And that features No Emotion, who's another masked rapper from Florida. And his verse was recorded live on YouTube, which was interesting. He records music live on YouTube every single day, and he's on like 600 days or something so far.
Wow. That's a lot.
He makes a new song
yeah.
every single day live on YouTube with his fans. They collaborate on it together. So
Is that how you found most of these guys on an international aspect?
No Emotion, I've known him for years. He's just he entered some Juggalo contests. That's how I first heard of him. I became a fan. Then I met him at the gathering. We chilled, and we've been on each other's tracks. So, and then what else do I got on there? The Day the Earth Ran Away. That song is kind of a story of like Night of the Living Dead type of theme. So it's like a storytelling song. Another one that was produced by B-Side. There's one other song on. Let's see. What do I got?
I got a couple people checking in too from over on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, you smash that like button for us and subscribe to the Disruption Network YouTube page. Would be greatly appreciated. Complex Mathoria saying multilingual. That's very nice. That's pretty cool. Are you guys all talking about the same thing when everybody's rapping in different languages?
Yeah, like the concept of the song is like the darkness that's in your life. Like there's a sample, I look out the window and all I see is darkness, and darkness looking back at me. And so their verses in their native language are about depressing things that are going on in their lives. Complex Mothra, what up? He did the artwork for my single, The Unforgiving Cold. He's another Juggalo rapper. He's from Syracuse or Liverpool, I believe. And we got a track together. It's called Psychotics. It's on his album, Life of Bappo, that just came out. Go check it out. Complex Mothra. That's my boy.
And And 091 saying, mask on, my alarm strong to start fucked up a day. Yeah, is that one of your lyrics?
No, that's just kind of how he sets his alarm to my song to wake up every day.
Okay.
I guess he's having a fucked up day then. Because if I had to hear that every day, oof.
He's also saying respect the artwork.
Yes, right here, this artwork right here is for the song Dumper, which is...
I can switch that over. Hang on one second, bud. I'll switch it over to you so they can see you. Go ahead. No, you can.
All right, Dumper. So, this is artwork from the inside of a children's book about a happy man and his dump truck. So, some people are going to see the title of the song Dumper, and they're going to be like, is this about a girl's ass? Which it's not. It's about me and B-Side dumping bodies of people.
Okay.
And so I'm the dumper, and I'm driving my dump truck, and I'm driving all the farm animals, like, you know, people's mothers. She's a dirty pig, and she's a dirty...
Put the mic up a little
bird.
closer to you. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Yeah, sometimes it drops down a little bit. No, it's all good, buddy.
all
So how do you combat some of your mental health struggles by making music?
Absolutely.
Is this the way
Absolutely.
you release your stuff? Because I
Absolutely.
feel like you struggle mentally.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I do. You're on the point there, and the music is definitely a way to get it out and leave it in the music, you know.
What would be your ideal happy day? A day of happiness for Dr. X. What would be your ideal day? Like you wake up in the morning, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Not having to get up and work retail.
Okay.
My wife not having to work, and just spending time with my wife and son. That would be the best day that I could possibly have. Like, we literally went on vacation together and stayed at home for a week.
Staycation.
And just stayed and just woke up every day together and had breakfast, and that was a really good week. You know, went on dates and brought the baby out and did things and visited people. So
Where does Dr. X take his wife out on a date to?
Red Lobster. We're dropping 100.
When in doubt.
He said Red Lobster.
We're doing it. Oh no, actually, Storming Crab in Syracuse.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
tried the
they're
Boil
good.
Shack yet?
Dope.
I have not.
I
I
love
love
Boil
it,
Shack.
bro. I
Me
love it.
too.
You get a big bag of fucking everything,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I
Spicy
think
if you want it.
Storming Crab's probably got them beat, but it's the same. It's the same deal.
Yeah. You just get the boil bag and stuff.
I mean, no offense if you got your boys are in the boil bag shop.
No, I don't. I don't. But 091 saying love for your family. So he's giving
Hell
you
yeah.
some love. And dude, that's pretty simple though, man. It really is. That would be your ideal day, just spending
Right,
time with
yeah.
the family. Is that something that?
When I'm not Dr. X, I'm just Jeremy. I'm just.
Oh wow, you gave up your government name.
Yeah. I just
surprised.
I take the mask off, and I'm just somebody's dad at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
I'm sure your little guy changed your life though, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Before my wife got pregnant, we were both drinking constantly, but now we don't. I'm having a Utica club, but that's
Well, because I forced it on you.
you did.
Better drink.
That's all I'm gonna drink all day today. Whereas before, if I was on your show, I would have already been fucked up. Before
These guys used to come in 2 hours before the show and start doing shots.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then by time, halfway through the interview, they'd be beating each other up with kendo sticks.
Yeah, we'd leave the place with broken equipment and blood. I'm surprised I'm welcome here. I'm surprised there's not somebody telling me to leave right now.
I'm telling you, it took a lot of contemplation on my end to be like,
That's
do I
funny.
really want this guy on the show again or not?
Gotta think about it.
Oh, these guys used to go at it. They had to put down a tarp one time, and then he got body slammed on a tarp full of tacks.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but getting up there in age and stuff starts to hurt
Yeah.
for a long time.
What do you think the most craziest stunt you pulled off is?
Well, when I know exactly. In January 2019, we did it right before all this COVID crap happened. I'm sure you can't do an episode of the show without COVID being mentioned.
Oh, it sucks. You can't even get through one day without mentioning COVID. No matter, not even just on the show, but in general.
Flesroy Leak opened up for Ouija Mac and Shaggy Two Dope, which is one half of the Insane Clown Posse. in Syracuse at the Lost Horizon, and Red thought it would be a good idea to staple some signs that we had made. Like one said "whoop whoop" and the other said "self-harm" or something like that. And he stapled one to my temple, and it must have hit a pretty serious vein because the amount of blood that I lost at that show. And that was right at the beginning of the set.
Oof.
And so, I pulled the sign out, and I could feel my whole face become hot and wet. And it was blood. And, I still had a half hour to be up there and, head thrashing and moving about. And by the end of that, I felt like I was going to pass out. And the blood had come down on my neck and all in my mouth and shit. It was pretty bad. I'm glad the blood stopped.
That's freaking metal, though.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't get any more
But
metal than that.
that's the most serious injury that I took personally, but other people have taken some serious injuries at a Flesroy League show.
Yeah.
We had a DJ for a show that we did at the Columbia with Pygmy. We called him DJ Fuckhead. And another time, right in the beginning of the show, he decided to get hit in the head with the chair. Well, the chair cut and split him right above the eye. And he just wrapped his head in a bandana and carried on with the set. But he was bleeding really bad. Other people, we tried to put them through a table that was covered in thumbtacks, and the table wouldn't give.
Oh, man.
And they tried it again, and I was like, dudes, no.
Was it a wood table or was it a plastic table?
Yeah, it was a wood table. And I was like, dudes, it's not how it works, man. And they kept trying, and I felt really bad for Homeboy.
And they kept trying.
Yeah.
How many attempts?
At least 3, yeah. And I was like, dude, that's not going to give, man. It's just not how it works.
So it never gave out?
No. But they did try, and Homeboy got hurt pretty bad there.
There's a trick to that with the wooden tables.
Yeah, you got to, like, pre-break them or something.
Yeah. Well, but actually kind of take the screws out or something. There's like a whole technique that they use, and I don't really know exactly. I was kind of hoping you would inform me on that.
I don't know.
You guys done some sick shit, though.
Yeah. I've stapled my nut sack.
To what?
Money to my nut sack.
Oh, money to your nut
to my leg.
Yeah. You don't, like, if you're stapling your nut sack, right?
Not the actual ball.
Right, but the extra skin, if you will, right?
Right.
On the bottom of it. You can't just staple it with like $1. You at least got to put 100 on your balls, right?
Yeah, I did
You
that
can't
for
a dollar bill.
I think initially I did it for 50, and it was the bouncer of some bar that we were playing, the Hookah Den, some place out in some bumfuck town, and we got on this stage. It was so fucking tiny, and there's like 8 of us at that time, and I was doing the staple gun stunt, and that was kind of like right around the time we started it. This was like 2014-ish when we started doing the stunts, and the bouncer was like, "You won't staple this to your nuts," and I didn't even think about it. I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, man." And
so it wasn't even prepared. It just on the fly you did that.
yeah, and then because I did that at that show, people kind of started to expect me to do it at every show.
Yeah.
So I've done that stunt quite a few times.
Your poor sack.
If we can retire,
you definitely
if we
need
can
some
retire
ball
that
loss,
stunt, I need some ball.
Yeah.
I need some ball cosmetic surgery.
You need some nut rub.
It looks rough down there.
I'm sure it does. Your ball sack looks like a pin cushion.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Yep. Shout out to Ball Wash.
What part of your show prep do you feel like, yeah, that's such a great idea?
Right.
What possesses you to do
I guess-
these things?
I guess now it shows I might have a little bit more reservations now that I won't be like fucked up on meth or whatever the fuck I was doing at that time. That
Okay.
was lowering my inhibitions, but
Yeah.
lot of drugs, and I wasn't just doing weed, guys. I was doing hardcore shit. It's not even glamorous. It's horrible, but now that I'm not on the craziness and I'm trying to get my actual real life together. Maybe I'll have some more reservations, and I'll be like, no, not the nuts. And then somebody will be like, come on. And I'll be like, okay, let's do it. Well, for old time's sake.
So when your son gets older, you're going to be like, hey, check out what your dad used to do. Here's some videos of me stapling dollar bills to my nuts.
Oh, that's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard
I haven't really
conversation
thought
to have.
about that, you know. But at least his mom's not on OnlyFans. No offense to any of the women that have income or men that have income, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I could play with myself and get mad dough, I would.
But you know this is gonna come up in conversation someday when your son gets older.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean he's gonna be listening to your albums and like, Dad, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really tell my brother about it until he was 18. And we got a 16-year age gap,
Okay.
you know, so.
And has your brother ever been to one of your shows?
Now he has, yes.
Yeah. And does he just think you're completely whacked?
Oh, he loves it. He loves ICP. Brought him to his first ICP show. He got on stage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my son's not going to like that stuff. He's not going to like horrorcore.
No.
No.
Do you think at any point
He's going to like, you know, Coco Melon for a really long time still, I feel.
do you feel like at any point in your music career that you're going to maybe soften up the content? Or do you think this hardcore...
There's certain songs, there's certain subjects that we've rapped about in the past that I probably won't touch again. But yeah, I've already lost some of the edginess, some of the overly edge just to be edginess, and trying to make it more thought out and more about the quality of what I'm doing than just being abrasive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely have softened up. So anybody that's looking for like me to become like the next anal cunt or whatever, it's not. It's. You know.
I'll tell you, man, there's no gray area with you. It's either you like it or you don't. There's no like, I guess it's okay. It's either like you're into your stuff or you're not.
Oh yeah, the people that are into it are into it. One bad thing about being a horrorcore rapper is that most of the people that like horrorcore rap are also horrorcore rappers themselves.
Copy.
But it's cool. I try to get along with all of them, you know. I say, hey, you know, I'm open to do tracks and collaborations with anybody that wants to fuck with me. Even if you don't make horrorcore, you know. If you make banjo music, we can do a song. We'll figure it out, you know.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Hey, stay diverse, man. You got right. Staying diverse, it's the key. You know, you can't just pigeonhole yourself into one thing, I think.
True.
You know?
Absolutely. I don't listen to one type of music, that's for sure. I listen to all sorts of shit.
Are there any of your songs when you're on stage that you get so emotionally attached to it that you'll break down?
No.
No.
No. Matter of fact, I just think that the newer stuff that I'm doing, I am more amped up about and more ready to perform. And some of the stuff that I've already performed for years is harder to get through because it's like, oh, I fucking hate this song at this point. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
But you know, when the good thing is I'm making a bunch of new stuff, so I can cut a lot of the stuff that I'm not really feeling out of the set.
Yeah.
But then that might alienate some people who really like that stuff. So I don't know. It's hard to figure it out what to put in a set at this time because I'm on hundreds of songs. So
yeah. How do you pick and choose through the songs?
Stuff that I know really well, stuff that I know will go over well, stuff that has shtick attached to it. That's how I go through it. You know, I like to start off the set with mostly new material and then end it with stuff that people might know, like Bath Salt's Anthem or whatever.
Yeah, right. That was your hit.
Yeah.
The Bath Salt Anthem.
Yeah, 7-minute rap song. But you know, it's got a lot of references to Utica in it. Tebs, we mentioned Tebs in the song.
Is that dude still sitting in jail?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's a song that I did with Complex Mothra where I reference Utica happening, I guess. I'm not sure I'm not sure if I should mention it, but somebody that did something very heinous in Utica, I mentioned his crime in the song. Just running around in blood, covered in blood, running naked.
Is that when he decapitated his parents?
Yeah.
Or his grandparents?
It's not a very funny thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember
Yeah,
that
it
one.
happened maybe a decade now. That's been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bungalow Kid?
I like to reference Utica and all of its special events.
Yeah. Well, there is this dark edginess that comes along with this town.
Yeah.
There really is.
Yeah,
To highlight it's pretty sick of you to highlight. But it's also part of our fabric here in our community.
We have literal comic book characters for
no doubt.
local celebrities. I mean, literal people that they exist in other towns and cities, but they're very unique to us, and they have their own mythos or whatever you want to say, their own history about them, their own mystery, like Rainbow, and their own fan club, their fandom, and it's like, oh hey, I saw Rainbow today. Oh my god, it just brightens up your day.
It does.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of Rainbow that's going around recently?
Yeah, he's got a mixtape coming out, I guess. That's what they're saying.
I don't think he's got a mixtape.
It's a meme.
It's a meme.
Yeah.
That was a great picture, though. Whoever took that did a great job. It really brought out.
And it makes him look good too.
Yeah. Yeah. I've known Rainbow.
A lot of strong
Yeah.
personalities in Utica.
Yeah.
And like you said, a lot of weird shit that makes it unique.
I've known Rainbow for years, bro. Even when he was living in Syracuse, he used to drive for a Chinese restaurant. He was a delivery guy, and he was crazy. Like, that guy should have never been behind the wheel of a car.
Oh shit!
He would park on the sidewalk and literally run people over. Like, he was crazy whacked. I could tell you stories about Rainbow. We could do a whole separate podcast about Rainbow. I mean, that guy's got seriously 9 lives. So many things have happened to that dude.
His life could be a documentary for sure.
Seriously, it can.
So many things have happened to that guy. He was struck by lightning. He was run over by trucks. He got beat up. How many times did he get beat up?
God only knows.
He was in the Korean Army?
No.
He was in the Korean Army, and he jumped out of an airplane, and the parachute didn't open. And then just when he was 100 feet away from the ground, he struggled to get the emergency chute open, and he crashed and broke his back, and he was in a hospital for a year.
Oh shit.
Yeah. There's so many things, man. So many things.
God doesn't want him.
Went through hell and back.
God bless Rainbow.
Yeah, he's been struck by lightning. Imagine that.
I don't think I can.
I don't. Yeah, I'd rather get stapled.
And then you just see him on the streets, and he's just so full of life.
Yeah.
And man, I've had some heart-to-heart, intelligent conversations with that man, where he will blow your mind on the things that his philosophies on life.
Well, that's why you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
It always boggles my mind when I hear about people fucking with him.
Me too.
Because it's like, why would you do that to him?
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Like that last thing, that guy, him and his son broke his accordion or whatever.
Yeah, I seen that. They made a big deal about it
over the summer, and they did a GoFundMe page, and they raised all that money, $10,000.
I hope these people are getting caught and dealt with, even if it's street justice. I hope the people that are perpetrating these things against our dear Rainbow are getting fucked up.
Well, the one guy was a political figure. Well, his son was an aspiring political figure, and that didn't happen. He lost that race, which rightfully so. But
absolutely,
it's ridiculous though that anybody would even want to assault Rainbow, or even be mean to the guy. Because if you have a conversation with him, he's full of life.
Absolutely.
He's amazing. He just wants to play his music, and that's it.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite local celebs.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, mine too.
Me too.
Agreed.
Back when I had the bar one night, he was on stage, and he's got his guitar, and none of his instruments are ever in tune.
Yeah.
But he's on stage, and he's detuning his guitar. And I'm like, Rainbow, what are you doing? He's going, making it sound psychedelic. Oh, we were dying, man.
Yo.
I love that dude so much. But yeah, we could do a whole separate podcast. You making it sound psychedelic.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely a character, man. And if you can do harm to that guy, you're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
You
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no ways around it. We ain't sugarcoating it. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Come to Dr. X's show, and we'll show you what happens.
That's it. Line up on stage.
Staple gun, you motherfucker!
Did you ever staple gun that mask to your head?
Oh yeah, you want me to do it right now? You got here. Let me sign the CD I gave you. Here, give me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. My CD is not going to have your blood on it. I'm sorry, dude.
You got a $1 bill?
Just do the X.
I'll just do it.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Is this this is the first time you ever see him do that? Or have you seen him do this before?
No, honestly, this is my first time seeing him do this shit in person.
Yeah, it's kind of all right.
I'm baffled myself.
Yep.
Yeah, you're shot.
I got surgery. I need staples.
You could sit down now.
I'm the doctor.
No trail of blood today,
I didn't
please,
do it.
Mr. X. Yeah,
right.
Some of these hard copies of your CD, can they find them in any of the local record stores, or is this just something that you sell on the back of a trunk or at shows?
I always got them in my car, so find me.
Okay.
I would love for a local record store to hold on to them. I believe I've been in touch with one. I'm not going to say who they are, but they were kind of like, yeah, we're closed today. And they're they were like, what genre? And I was like, horrorcore, kind of like ICP. And they were like, we're closed. All right, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I give them away. I've sold a bunch of them, but I've definitely given away more than I've sold.
Right.
But I always have like 100 on deck.
There's nothing wrong with giving
Just
them
in
away, though.
case.
It's your music. You want to spread your music anyways.
I'll give them away too.
I've been doing it for years, man. You know, it's
Free promotion.
Exactly. Because you never know. This one CD could be on, 10 different ears.
absolutely.
Because you put it in, a CD can be a communal thing. If you put it in,
Before this was out on CD, I personally burned copies of it and gave it to people. You know what I mean?
Did
it was
you?
like, you got to hear this stuff. Because, like, this was all recorded in September and October last year, real fast. So I just was trying to get it in people's ears right away, get the songs published and get it out there. And now I'm overwhelmed with the amount of music that I still have yet to make that is waiting to be made. You know what I mean? I got a lot on my plate musically right now.
when's your show again? Promote your show. When you got one coming up on March 4th?
Yes, March 4th. We're gonna do it. It's
YC Rock's gonna be
my
there.
gig. We're gonna only have a
question.
select few. I actually, from what I'm being told here, this is my gig. So it's gonna be Dr. X, YC Rocks, Complex Mothra, and Sewer Juice, which is Gloom Rap, and
Sewer Juice.
yes, Gloom Rap and Robbie, aka Animus. But this is Friday, March 4th, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. The intersection of Route 46 and Route 31 in Verona, the States Bridges Collective. Used to be the Durham Inn. Yeah. Doors open at 6:30. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a BYOB show. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a cover charge, but if we can, we're going to try and make it free. So we'll see what happens. You know, if I say it's free and then a whole bunch of people show up, I guess I'm paying for you to get in if it's not free.
Everybody loves that F word.
Thanks.
Yeah, everybody loves
I just want you guys to come out and see me staple my nuts, huh?
Will you do the nut staple or?
I will if I get more than 3 people show up.
Yeah.
All right.
You need a higher denomination.
I was
going to
say you need
If more than 55 people show up,
Yeah.
all right, my nuts are coming out.
My God, you gotta have some serious balls to do that.
Dude.
I don't know how he does it.
I will even pre-trim them so that everybody can see how.
man.
And I will use ball wash.
You definitely need some ball wash,
Definitely.
bro. I'm actually talking to them about giving me some samples so I can give them to my guests because all my guests hear me talk about it all the time, and everybody has some interest in it. So I feel if anybody needs it, it's you.
Right. Now, can you use the ball wash on your grundle?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The ball wash is cool. It's got that charcoal. You know, it's like a charcoal soap, so you do it in the shower.
Right.
But
It
the
just
thing-
makes them feel like they're brand new.
Oh, it does, bro. It does, and it makes it nice and silky smooth too after you're done too. It does. And then after you towel off, and then you put a little nut rub on, and you don't get the chafe, you don't get the sweats. It's awesome. It is. I can put nut rub on one day and not shower for 3 days, and it still smells fantastic. Down
I
there
gotta
for 3
invest
days.
in some of that, man.
It's really good. Use my promo code. Go to ballwash.com, promo code members only. It's one of our shows that we have here on the D. Members only.
Members only, ballwash.com.
Get
Hell
you
yeah.
a 15% discount. And the sack spray, too. But I don't think you should use the sack spray because of the pink cushion ball sack that you carry.
Right.
Because you got holes in there. If you spray
Gotta be
it, it
careful.
might irritate it a little bit.
Right. So don't do it after.
Because it's like an aerosol spray.
after genital mutilation. It's not for immediate use.
No, but I would recommend the nut rub after your genital mutilation.
All right. Yes. I gotta plug my single real quick.
Yeah, plug anything you got to plug before we get out of here.
I got a a brand new single that just came out. It's called My Crack Pipe. It's my
Crack pipe.
it's my song dedicated to Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy.
Okay.
He used to smoke crack, so just listen to the song, stream it. Go to Bandcamp, D0CT0RX.bandcamp.com, and pay me for it if you feel like that's what you want to do.
You
But,
accept crypto?
yeah.
Yeah.
Email me. We'll figure something out. I'll send you an invoice for, some Dogecoin.
There you go. And do we expect a Dr. X NFT in the near future?
If I can figure out what an NFT is.
Come on, you're into crypto. You don't know what an NFT is?
I don't.
I know what it is,
I've
but
been
it's a
seeing it
little.
everywhere.
I'm not. I'm like in between computer advanced and computer illiterate. So like I'm smart enough to have crypto, but not smart enough to know what to do with it.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Just hold.
So yeah. Well, I mean, do with it as in to build on it and do all the nerdy NFT shit with it, but.
You should do it, man. I'm telling you,
I believe
NFTs are
that-
changing the game, and
I
it
believe
puts
that
the
my
power back in your hands.
Right.
Too.
I believe that my distributor just made it so that you can mint some NFTs. And I believe that I've seen some of my peers that are in the underground here putting out their own NFTs that way. So I'll have to do one.
Yeah.
And I'll try to make it as raunchy as possible.
There you go. Yeah, and make it fungible, so it's one of a kind, brother. And of course, anything that you do is definitely one of a kind,
Right.
for sure.
If you've ever gotten a dollar bill from me,
So wash it,
Wash it.
definitely.
sterilize it.
It's its own NFT.
Why C-Rocks? You got anything you want to promote?
Right now, yeah, I just dropped a single. Pretty much, it's everywhere: Spotify, YouTube. It's called "Come Together." It's got the sublime hippie vibes, and it's basically about a song about just unity. Pretty much everybody coming together. You don't have to be alone. You don't got to be a loner.
I love it.
You could be a stoner.
You
Be
don't have to be
yourself,
a loner, be a
original,
stoner.
not a poser.
Definitely gonna check that out, man. It was great meeting you.
It's great meeting you.
And, please, I tell the bands, I tell all the artists, please use my platform. So if you got anything coming up, keep in touch.
Definitely,
If you got some new
definitely. I'm gonna
music coming
stay in
out,
touch for
Or
sure.
if there's a show coming up or whatever, please use the platform. That's what it's here for.
And I'm gonna add you on Twitter as well.
Yeah, at the Disruption Network. We are on
Yeah,
Twitter.
gotcha.
So add us on the D. You can find us at _D_network on Twitter.
Copy.
Yeah, and we're also on Instagram and YouTube and all the streaming platforms, Twitch.
Gotcha.
And you guys
Nice.
mess with Twitch at all?
No
Twitch?
Twitch.
Yeah.
I haven't, but people said that's a good way to kind of promote music too.
It is, and the other thing with Twitch too is if you build up a following and you get endorsed by Twitch, it's a good way to make money.
Yeah, I've heard.
A lot of local artists are doing very, very well with it. So.
I know Insane Clown Posse, they were streaming on Patreon to their fans, and they recently left Patreon for Twitch.
Which
Oh wow!
Yeah.
We're big on Patreon with the Uncle Louie Variety Show, and Patreon's cool. It's a unique way to have exclusive content out there. We do a monthly happy hour with their fans, and they got fans from all over the world. Australia, we'll do this happy hour. We sit in the studio and drink with them, and there are people from Australia and Canada and Vegas and New York City and just all over the world. It's great. It's really, really cool. But it's a great way to connect with your peoples.
nice.
And to make it exclusive, because people want that exclusivity, kind of like the same thing with the NFTs. They want to be the only person to hold that
Yeah.
piece of art or that piece of music or whatever. So it's the way the world is nowadays.
Hell yeah.
It is, man. So March 4th coming up at the old Dunham Inn. What's the name of the place again?
The States motherfucking collective of something. They just built this motherfucker. They renovated it, man.
Cool.
Let's call they're calling it the States Bridges Collective. If you know Liz Fiddle, you know where it is.
Oh, I know Liz.
Yeah. She's she's dating one of my like best fucking bro dudes. We call him the Dons. His name is Christian.
Okay.
He's a carpenter. He made that place look really fucking beautiful.
It's her place?
It's her place.
She owns
their,
it.
Yeah.
I got to reach out to Liz. Liz, if you're watching this, reach out to me. We should collaborate on some things. And maybe do some events.
It's gonna be the next hot venue out there.
Cool.
Yep, but
Excellent.
not before my blood gets sprayed on the nice wood
Yeah.
floors.
You got to break it in. You got to leave your DNA all over the place.
Gotta.
That's it. You always have a trail of your DNA.
That's right.
No matter what venue
Gotta
you play.
gotta make some shake and bake in the back row.
There will be blood.
You guys, thanks for hanging out today, man. This has been fun. It's been interesting, like it always is.
Thanks for having me
Every
on.
time
Real
Dr.
Z,
X
thanks
is
for
on.
having us.
Yeah, man, of course. And thank you to my sponsors, United Auto Sales, EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Under Too Long, a book by my man Billy the Liquor Guy, Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, my attorney Dave Longaretta, and of course, Ballsy. Ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. And I will be back sometime Monday. I'll be back about on the D live on Monday. And make sure you guys go check out Dr. X's show on March 4th in Vernon. Later.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Contact the United Auto Wholesale Team. We'll buy it. Old or new, car, truck, SUV, van, call to set up an appointment. Then stop in, make the sale, and get instant payment. Sell your vehicle to United Auto's Wholesale Team.